The best gift you could give yourself, by far, hands down, is the gift. Hi, I'm Brianna Kakamisi from Self Love Starts Now. In this video, I want to talk to you about the best gift that you could give yourself. If you have not already put together, this is a gift that you cannot buy, but it is definitely an investment. I will never forget this story. My amazing uncle tells my family. My uncle was a police officer, and he tells my family this whole story. While patrolling, he gets this complaint. A homeless person or panhandler was asking for money in the street, and this is just very typical. He's telling us that's just a regular complaint. It's not even that people feel disturbed, but a lot of times it can become very dangerous because they could be hit by a car. So it's pretty regular that people will call in and complain about panhandlers in the street. There's just so many reasons that people call police to complain, but it is common for them to get hit by a car. Or if the panhandler gets angry, they may start punching cars. And so it's just very common for the police to be called. Anyway, he's telling us this story that during the holiday season, he ends up having to arrest a panhandler. He was drunk, and they just had to do the regular procedures with him. They actually had to take this panhandler to a hospital, and my uncle and his partner asked him, what's in your pocket? Because his pockets were just huge. So they're like, what's in your pocket? And this guy just starts pulling out money. It wasn't folded neatly or anything like that. It was just crumpled. And this man had $2,000. Research shows that we are just much more giving during the holiday season. It's just, I don't know if it's the music or it's the lights, but we tend to be more giving during the holiday season. In fact, nonprofit organizations report having the greatest amount, almost half of their revenue comes in towards the end of the year. Imagine that. Anyway, I'm telling this whole thing to say, I'm recording this during the holiday season right now, and if you happen to be listening during that time, I want to take that giving spirit that you have and give it back to you. The best gift you could give yourself, by far, hands down, is the gift of self-love. I teach healthy self-love, and a lot of times people affiliate self-love with very toxic habits, like just being selfish and making everything revolve around you, and that's just simply not what self-love is. That's not what love is at all. Love is being patient, being kind, being compassionate. I don't know who you are watching. I don't know how old you are, but however old you are, it's about time you start investing in yourself. I love having things that are quality, whether it's a quality piece of steak or a quality pair of jeans. Having quality in any part of your life just makes you feel better. If I spend a lot of money on jeans, my thought is, this is really an investment. This is going to last me the next year or 2 or 3, right? So I don't mind investing in things like that. And, I watch videos about capsule wardrobe and just all these things, but how often do we invest in our mind? What have you done this past year to invest in your mind? What have you done this past year to invest in your mental, emotional, spiritual well-being, right? All of those things are not just important, but far more important than a pair of jeans or something physically you could invest in. And however old you are, it is time to start investing in you. So I was really intentional about the title, The Best Gift. Why is self-love a gift? I have some notes. Listen to this. A gift is something given willingly, without payment in return. It's often a gesture of kindness, appreciation, or celebration. So self-love is a beautiful gift because it actually doesn't involve a payment. Self-love is a gesture of kindness. It's a gesture of appreciation and celebration, right? You could celebrate who you are. You could love who you are. I think that in this world now more than ever, that is just so incredibly valuable. Like, so many people are just so unable to celebrate themselves, right? And everything I'm talking about is really true love in a way that is pure, not celebrating yourself like everywhere you go, you're just the best at everything and you should be celebrated. No, but can you celebrate your complexion? Can you celebrate your hair texture and your eyebrows and your nose and your lips? Like, can you celebrate these things? In this culture, in this society that we're living in, it's increasingly more difficult to do that because we have the pressures of conforming and, not being good enough. Gifting yourself with self-love in some ways is better than receiving gifts from others because it's an internal gift. It's internal love rather than external love. And I'm definitely not saying anything bad about external love at all. There are some things that, we just can't do for ourselves, right? We were made to be in a community. We are made to give and receive love from others. But I would say that internal love is really the foundation. So internal love or self-love is foundational. Without the foundation of self-love, external love may just seem fleeting. A classic example of external love being fleeting, think about someone who is just known to be beautiful and then hearing that they have a ton of insecurities. An example that comes to my mind is a meme that I saw maybe last year. It's a side-by-side photo of a man who apparently had a nose job. This caption said, "You used to look like a Greek god. Now you look like you listen to podcasts." And this caption just rips this guy apart. I mean, obviously it's more of a compliment to be looking like a Greek god. They are known to be like chiseled and beautiful, right? They're a Greek god. And essentially just saying now you look average. As I'm looking through the comments, there were a few people that said, be gentle. This person, must be insecure. That's why he got this nose job. It was just like brutal. People like, oh, you used to look like Alexander the Great. Now you look like Alex the vegan. It was just rough. But besides people just flaming this guy, it was filled with so many people saying how handsome the before picture was and how it was just, his nose was perfect, and other men saying how they would love to look like how he used to look. And it was just very interesting to me because obviously he didn't feel that way. And I'm sure there were a lot of people that did make fun of his nose. That whole concept is actually something that I've written about called the insecure cycle, where you could feel a way and then it just takes someone to confirm how you feel. Then you will continue to feel that way. This is called the insecure cycle, and I write it basically explaining how I felt so insecure being someone who is thin. I feel too skinny. Then I hear someone say, she is too skinny. Then I reflect on what they told me. Maybe I am too skinny. Then I think more about people thinking I'm too skinny and they think I'm too skinny. Then I think everyone thinks I'm too skinny. And then it just continues. I'm too skinny. I'm too skinny. It just goes on and on and on and on. And so with this guy, why do I have to analyze memes? Like, why am I like this? This guy, I'm sure, didn't hear the flood of compliments his entire life that was in this Twitter feed, but he gets this nose job. My whole point of bringing it up is if everyone was to tell him he has a beautiful face, a beautiful nose, is that enough? Right? External love is fleeting, but internal love, you are the one who goes to sleep with you. You can never escape you. It doesn't matter where you move. It doesn't matter who you date. You are stuck with you always. And that is why it is so important to love yourself. Okay, so here is why self-love is the best gift for yourself. 2 reasons. Self-love is the best gift for yourself because the best gifts align with our needs. There is nothing like getting a gift that's something you need. And it's funny because if there's something you need, you typically buy it for yourself. But if someone were to gift it to you before you could even get it for yourself, it's an amazing gift. You're gonna use it, you're gonna appreciate it because it's something that you need. When I was moving into the place that I'm in right now, I was moving out of a home that I was renting with my mom, and the previous owner was basically wanting to get rid of a lot of the things in the home. He offered us so much furniture, like this couch I have. For most people, if someone were to just give them an old couch, it wouldn't really be that nice. But because I was moving into an empty apartment and didn't want to spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on a couch, it was a great gift. It was exactly what I needed because I didn't want to buy furniture, and we got so much furniture. For most people, an old used couch may not be a nice gift, but for someone who needed a couch, it was an amazing gift, and it's a gift that I still appreciate today. How does self-love align with your needs? Why do you need self-love? Is it really a need, or is it a luxury? Is it just something that you hope to do one day? No, self-love is a need. Why? Because it is a part of your overall well-being. When you love yourself and you're treating yourself well, you are going to have better mental health. You are going to be in a better mindset. Your emotions will be more regulated, right? When you love yourself, you will take time for yourself, the time that you need. You will sleep more. You will eat healthier. You will work out and exercise because you love yourself. You will take care of yourself, and you need to do that. Self-love aligns with your needs because it helps your overall well-being. It also helps you have healthy relationships, right? We all need healthy relationships. Like I said before, we are meant to be in a community. We thrive in community. Even people that prefer to work alone, because I'm kind of one of those people. I don't like people to be in my way. We still need one another. And it's a whole lot better to be in relationship with other people when we're in healthy relationships with other people. Because either way, we need each other, and we're gonna have to be in community and fellowship and relationships with other people. And it's not fun when those relationships are toxic. A healthy relationship is when 2 healthy people can be in relationship, okay? You're not gonna have a healthy relationship when one person is toxic and the other person is toxic. Unless you guys build the skills and healthy tools to cultivate healthiness, it's just not gonna be. So you taking care of yourself and becoming a healthy person is going to give you healthy relationships. Also, self-love builds confidence. We actually need confidence. Now, when it comes to confidence, I find that people think that it's a superficial thing, and it has to do with how you look, and oh, you'll have more confidence if you look a certain way or make a certain amount of money. Kind of put confidence in a box, but it's actually something that we need, and it actually helps us become a better person. It helps us tackle challenges, right? It helps us build resilience, right? Those things have nothing to do with the way you look, whether or not you're pretty, whether or not you make a certain amount of money. Challenges happen to all of us. And when you're confident, you're able to face those challenges in a stronger way. There are challenges that happen in life that take us being confident and having resilience, right? If we're feeling insecure without It has nothing to do with looks. But if you're just feeling insecure about who you are, your abilities, your skills, your competence, you're not going to be able to have resilience to push through difficult situations. Confidence is a positive, healthy self-perception. So you could say, you know what? I've gotten through difficult times before. I think I could face this next challenge. I handled it well. I navigated through it. I mean, I survived. I'm here today, right? So confidence is extremely important. We need it. And so I could go on and on about why we need self-love, but I would say self-love aligns with our needs, is helpful for our overall well-being. It helps us have healthy relationships, and it builds our confidence. The second reason why self-love is the best gift for yourself is because the best gifts bring joy. The best gifts bring joy. And what a joy is it to not be bound by other people's opinion? What a joy is it to not be dependent on the fleeting nature of other people, whether or not other people love you, or whether or not other people do certain things for you. It's very freeing to know that, you know what? Like Miley Cyrus says, I could buy myself flowers. What a joy to not have to chase others for love. When you could love yourself, you don't really rely on that. You don't depend on others in that way. A strong principle I believe in is you reap what you sow. The ancient proverb, you reap what you sow. So yeah, I could buy myself flowers. I could cook for myself and clean for myself and take myself out and take myself on a vacation and all these things. But what's really, really beautiful, what I have found in my personal life and what I am fully convinced of, is when you can love yourself well, other people will love you too, because you don't become someone who is bitter, someone who just complains, someone who is just straight annoying. People who typically don't like to be alone, don't like their own company, they're usually annoying to be around because it's like they're sucking from you. It's like they need to be around you, and it almost becomes an annoyance. But when you could just love yourself well, other people will love you well. And also, when you love yourself well, you're teaching other people how to love you. You actually start to set the standard for how you want to be loved, right? Like if you actually treat yourself with compassion and patience and gentleness, other people are going to have to as well. Something that I have been working on is being kinder to myself when I make a big mistake. When I do something wrong, I don't have to say, Brianna, are you dumb? Brianna, why would you do that? Like, are you thinking? Do you have a brain? I don't speak to myself that way anymore. Because I don't speak to myself like that, do you think I would ever tolerate someone else to speak that way towards me? Of course not. And that is setting the standard for how you want to be treated. An investment is putting money, time, and effort into something. And so I hope you could see from this video why self-love is the best investment you can make for yourself. The best gifts align with our needs, and the best gifts bring joy. I really believe that if you invest in yourself and loving yourself, you will give yourself what you need, and you will definitely be filled with joy. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. I make videos teaching people how to love themselves well. And I want that for you. I want that for you.